Everyone. Welcome to the first day of my official podcast, the Soul Warrior podcast. This isn't a self-help podcast, and it's not about quick fixes or spiritual bypassing. This is a space for depth, for human experience, for being awake, and for daily inner and outer fight of staying conscious in a world that benefits from disconnection. Here, we talk about existence, identity, suffering, meaning, and what it really means to live with awareness inside a system that numbs, distracts, and conditions us. If you've ever felt like you see too much, feel too deeply, or don't quite fit into surface level things, you're not alone. This podcast is for you. So, a lot of what I've been doing here lately is trying to figure out what my message is going to be. But I think I just get really boggled down with that. To be honest, this is just a place that I want to create for people to come and really confront life's issues, talk about life's beauties, amazing things out there, maybe learn some, tips and tricks to kind of help along, maybe excite some curiosity about our reality as we know it, challenging status quo, pointing out little systematic flaws in this matrix that we all live in, talking about the complications of existentialism and living in this reality, and just talking a little bit more about God, how maybe people across the world will see him, the conflicts that arise in trying to define God, and maybe even just gaining a better understanding of what all of this is as we just take a deeper look in exploring it all. I'm a licensed professional therapist, and I am really big on helping people with their boundary systems, learning their internal authentic experiences, learning how to speak their voice, their expression, expressing their boundaries, standing up for themselves, waking up to realizing all this programming and influence that control them and manipulate them into compliance or into other things, and finding ways around that, looking at everything at a closer level, really exploring these concepts of mindfulness and everything in between. So really, it's a lot of spirituality talk here. Really, that's kind of the foundation. Everything's really spiritual. And in order to experience spirituality, a lot of it requires our conscious awareness. So exploring the conscious patterns that people will invoke in their lives based on just different situations, understanding the internal human systems and why people are afraid of things and why they act the way they act. All that stuff. But really just giving people an outlet for that kind of conversation talk. These days, many people are waking up and then after that happens, like, what the hell do we do? I know when I did it, it was very awkward because nobody else around me had experienced that. Most of my community was Christian and traditional Christian at that. And I lived in Wyoming for 6 years. So it's not the easiest thing sometimes when you are, seeing the world in a different way and nobody else can really understand that. So I think that it's important to have a place where you can realize that you're not alone. And this is a really crazy place. Even after you realize the truth and you wake up to everything that's here and you're just kind of like, wow, because you're here. And whether you like it or not, you're playing the game. And so we're here to just, we can vent here. We can celebrate. And the thing I really love is the fact that life is just full of all kinds of ups and downs, positives and negatives, goods and bads, and traits that we like and traits that we don't. And I just love it all. I love the fact that we hate things. I love the fact that, we hate parts of ourselves and that we have these horrible moments of grief and loss and temper tantrums when things don't go our way, and pride that we don't like to admit, and jealousies that we hate to become aware of. All that stuff. The human experience is quite magical, to say the least. And this podcast is really about exploring it all. And I'm really looking forward to being able to do that with everyone here. And come back and follow along with us as we continue to explore all of life's nuances and all the crazy mysteries that happen on a daily basis all around us. And that, we can just kind of either complain about or laugh at. This is the place for you. So welcome to the Soul Warrior podcast.